Hey, Charlene here, coming to you with another daily quickie. Welcome to my channel. My friend and I, one of my good sisters, we talked today, catching up for over an hour, maybe 2 hours. And big people conversation, we call it, talking about life and being an adult and where we are at this stage in our journey, talking a bit about single life as we've come to experience it, and our conversation took different turns and different themes as it is when people talk. And one of the things that has stuck with me is the discussion we had about just being a grown-up and how sometimes life can be so complex. That's the word, complex. The complexities of being a human being, but even more so as we become adults, and even more so when we pass a certain stage in our lives, a certain age and stage. And so as we spoke about just being an adult, it triggered a lot of emotions in me, and things came into my head, like why are we here? Those are the deeper philosophical thoughts, and then simple things like what happened. So we know life's experiences are vast and varied. You find yourself single again at 60. I have to say 60 at this point. Dating is treacherous. Trying to find the person with whom you're compatible is treacherous. We thought our marriages would have lasted, children, marriage, house. That's how the storybooks told us. Happily ever after. Many of us have not experienced or happy, much more or happily ever, and maybe or happily ever after. Some of us stayed in marriages that were not working. Some people still remain in marriages that are not working. When we met our partners, most of us were very young, and I'm referring to maybe our first marriages. If you've had multiple marriages, maybe it changes as you remarry. But initial marriage, partner, in love, everything was fine. Didn't even expect. So many of my friends who have separated or have divorced, when we heard the news, when the news was released, it's almost like we were in shock, because you see couples together and you see them living what appears to be the perfect life, and you're like, you can't believe that they broke up. In my own marriage, it was very difficult for my friends to believe that my marriage ended. For me as well, of course. So nobody goes into these things with an end date, right? But just like life, everything has an end date. And as my mother always said, nothing lasts forever, only the good salvation lasts forever. And so, you find yourself trying to navigate and traverse this life. Some of us are looking to find companionship. That is a challenge. Sometimes the people who care for us and want us to be a part of their lives, we don't feel the same way. And that sometimes is so painful for the person and also for us, because sometimes we meet really wonderful people. They're good people, nothing wrong with them, but that chemistry is missing. And the chemistry, I don't even know how to define the chemistry, but you kind of know it when you feel it. My girlfriend refers to it as that stir in your loins. And I know that seems to have a sexual connotation, but sometimes you meet someone and the energy, the vibration is not matched. They don't match your energy, your vibration. You like them, you think they're wonderful, they're good people, but maybe just not good for you in your life. I don't know. Do you think maybe sometimes we're too picky? Do you think maybe sometimes we're gonna pick until we pick ish? I don't know. Is that what is gonna happen? Are we waiting for that knight in shining armor? I think I've made peace with that whole knight in shining armor story that they told us when we were kids, I don't know if there's a knight in shining armor, and if there is in fact one, where is he? What is he waiting on? What happened? His armor is being cleaned. Is he still cleaning his armor? What happened? His horse is sick? I don't know. Where is that knight in shining armor that we as little girls were promised? So we look at life and in all the different stages and our journeys, and like my girlfriend and I were saying today, it's just adult life. Nobody knows what's gonna happen next. We are in the end stages of our journey. I don't mean to be morbid, but some of us may make it past 60s, then we may get into 70s, 80s, 90s. 100 people are living longer now, but I've lost a few friends, and some of them never turned 50. Some of them died in their 50s. So who knows? It's really a time in our lives when we reflect a lot. I know I do a lot of reflections on my own life and my own journey and all the things that I have desired. Some have happened, some have not happened, some I've had to shift so many times. I've been through so many life shifts. It's almost like I've lived several lifetimes. And maybe some of what I'm saying may resonate with you. Maybe you can relate to some of what I'm saying. But it's life, isn't it? It's just life. What do? We live one day at a time, hoping that things will change for our benefit, to our benefit. Maybe things will change in ways that will satisfy our lives, our souls, our intentions, our wishes, our desires, all of those things. But this life certainly is complex. It has and then it's beautiful at the same time. And then it's beautiful because as I record this message, I'm driving along one of my favorite spots, which is the Niagara River Boulevard. I see nature just showing up, the water to my right, the trees just lining the street, and that is beautiful too. So I guess it's about balance, because life is really about the yin and the yang, right? Yeah. What can we do? So we just continue to move through life in the best way that we can. Continue to be grateful, love ourselves, hope for the best, and then at the end of the day, we hope that at the end of our lives, we will be happy and satisfied with the journey that we've taken. That's pretty much it, right? Anyway, this is one of my days when I'm totally reflecting and thinking and processing and trying to make sense of what is and sense of what isn't at the same time. So I leave you with peace, love, positive vibrations, and ask that you take care of yourselves, stay safe. Blessed love. Thanks for watching.